You're fine.
Just getting my headphones on.
This is the What's Up Amsterdam TV show. Welcome to the show, Jonathan Hale.
Well, thank you very much, Nate Tytor. I'm delighted to be here this day on the What's Up Amsterdam television show, the video version of our audio podcast.
Excellent. Oh, my goodness gracious. What do you say we get started with Wednesday the 4th of March?
Well, this is fabulous on Wednesday, the 4th of March. I'm going back to my regular voice now.
Thank you. Please do.
Check it out, man. Gone with the Wind. Have you ever seen Gone with the Wind?
I don't think I want to.
You should.
Yeah?
You should, because, I see your hesitation is if I could just read your mind.
Please do.
May I reach my hand into your brain and physically remove the suppositions, the prejudices that you have against a movie which was made in color in 1939, which is a sweeping Civil War epic. You're thinking to yourself, cornball?
Uh-huh.
Oldie-timey, fashiony acting that's all stiff and overdone.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's either, they only had two kinds of acting there, either too stiff or completely overacted.
Right.
Right? I'm saying to you
Uh-huh.
that this was a serious film at the time, even though it had a lot of, I would say that there's a lot of soap opera elements to the film. I think at the time it was really quite amazing.
So what you're saying is I'm way off honk on this one.
Yes. We've been misusing the word honk today. Because we said honk ball, which of course is baseball, so honk means base. So Nate is incorporating the word honk into his everyday English speech.
All the Dutch that I can in my English speech.
To amuse himself and no one else. So this is the I Film Museum is showing Gone with the Wind at the Film Holland over by the Holland, which is on the Kinkerstraat, this wonderful new place where they have theaters and they have wonderful food, and it's near the Tenkate-markt. You know, of course, what I'm talking about.
I Film Institute is running this, but it's not happening
But
there.
it's not happening there.
It's at the Holland.
That's right. It's at the Holland in Amsterdam West, right? I mean, you got your rape, you got your starvation, you got the burning of Atlanta, slavery, redemption, burning ambition,
all the good stuff.
Betrayal, Scarlett O'Hara, Rhett Butler.
Yeah.
As God is my witness, I will never be hungry again. Gone with the Wind at the Film Holland.
You Dutched wind right there.
Oh, did I say Gone with the Wind?
Yeah.
Mike, the cameraman, is nodding at me that I gone with the winded. You know what wind means in Dutch, right?
To fart.
Yes. Well done.
Thank you very much.
God, your Dutch is really coming along.
Well, I zorg about this language.
You zorg.
I zorg this language.
And anyway, Gone with the Wind, the Film Holland, Hannie Dankbaar Passage, 2 p.m., which is the boat. You want to start watching this at 2 p.m. because it'll be dinner time when it's done. And then after that, in the evening, let's say you've gone to see Gone with the Wind.
And you still need more to do.
You need to sit down some more and watch things. Right? The Scapino Ballet will be doing this dance version, an homage of Lou Reed and John Cale's tribute to Andy Warhol's Songs for Drella, who was their manager back in the Velvet Underground days.
Right.
When they were both in the Velvets. Right? You know what the factory is, right, Dave?
I do, yeah.
Right. So anyway, for those of you who don't know, this was Andy Warhol's studio. It was the epicenter of innovation and art and rock music in the 60s. It was basically the artistic, negative, but very creative anti-movement to all the hippie stuff that was going on around them. If you were creative and you were an alternative type, but you just hated this whole love piece, and, Lou Reed hated the Beatles.
Okay.
He hated them. He thought they were too hippie. He just thought it was just the love stuff was just making him vomit.
Oh my God.
He hated it.
He's such a New York jackass.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
Such a jackass.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why I love him.
Yeah.
But also he is a dick.
Right.
So anyway, they would call Warhol Drella because it was a combination of Dracula and Cinderella. That's how they saw Andy Warhol.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense.
And then after he died, because he died in 1987, he was having an operation. He died on the table. Possibly as a complication as a result of getting shot.
It may have had something to
Andy
do with
Warhol got shot.
a bullet in him.
No, he didn't get shot just then and there. He got shot many years earlier and survived that. And then he had to have another operation and died during the operation.
So some shrapnel may have let loose and hit
Could
his
be,
heart.
yeah.
Like Iron Man.
Yes, that's exactly as I was going to say.
Wow.
He's exactly like Tony Stark,
Yeah.
who got some iron in his heart, which was led for him to creating this sort of mini fusion reactor to keep his heart going, and that powers the Iron Man suit. I'm glad we brought this up.
It's not exactly iron in him. It's shrapnel from his own weapon.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. But it made the Iron Man suit.
Right.
Right? Okay, anyway.
It was the impetus of.
It was the impetus, yes, exactly. Getting back to this.
Right. Your thing.
In 1987... He died, and then in the
No, Iron Man's still alive.
Yeah, no, it's true. He is still alive.
Yeah.
That's true. But Andy Warhol dead.
Oh, right. Okay.
So John Cale and Lou Reed recorded this album, Songs for Drella, which is one of my favorite albums. And it was a live performance piece, which was performed at the Brooklyn Academy of Music at the very late 80s, which I went to see.
Wow.
And it was fantastic.
Cool.
It was one of the best things I've ever seen. So this is a song about Andy Warhol's work ethic that's called Work. It's called Work.
Andy was a Catholic, the ethic ran through his bones. He lived alone with his mother, collecting gossip and toys. Every Sunday when he went to church, he'd kneel in his pew and he'd say, it's work. All that matters is work. He was a lot of things. What I remember the most, he'd say, I got to bring home the bacon. Someone's got to bring home the roast. He'd get to the factory early. If you asked him, he'd have told you straight out, it's work.
What's so amusing, Nathan?
It's like the it's like the Randy Newman of like garage rock.
The Randy Newman.
It's like a little biography of Andy Warhol. Like there's no illusion, there's no metaphor. They're just like telling you the things about Andy Warhol.
Yes.
That's not a good song.
It's a great song, but you have to see it in the context of the whole piece.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. Like I would like to see this ballet happen. So.
That's right. And if you go to our website wuapodcast.com, we'll also be putting up a little actual advertisement video that they made for the ballet.
Cool.
Right. So it's Songs for Drella at the Stadsschouwburg, Leidseplein, 8:30 p.m.
Also that evening, Perling Hiss and the Womb are at OT 301. Mike Polizzi is a guitar devotee. He's the guy running Perling Hiss. He's the man in charge.
He's running Perling Hiss?
He's running Perling Hiss.
Wow.
He's the guy behind that. He's been compared to Neil Young in his songwriting. Like, you get up, you go to work, and that work is writing songs.
Wow.
And then when you're done, day's over.
So the name of the band is Perling Hiss?
Yeah.
Wow, that is a really cunning stunt.
Yes, it is. It's a very, so they've released 11 albums since they formed in 2009, and they got a million songs to choose from. This guy seems to be kind of chasing his tail the same way that Ron Asheton from the Stooges does. Both men alternate between the desire to write like simple, hooky pop songs and the need to make noise and break everything around them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the song we're about to hear called Water on Mars is a very simple pop song that wanders around looking for something to smash for a full 5 minutes before the vocals even kick in.
Yes.
So it's very weird. It's a great pop song. It's a perfect pop song, but it's also 7.5 minutes long.
Which is very unpoppy.
Very unpoppy.
But Hey Jude was like that long, wasn't it? Like 9 minutes long or something like that?
No one's ready to...
5 minutes of going, ah, la, 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 la.
La, la, la.
Hey
Jude. We need to stop this because no one knows when to stop singing Hey Jude.
You're right.
It's one of those
we
things.
could do this for the next 7 minutes long.
Easily.
It would be valid because the Beatles did it.
Let's listen to this song. That was awesome, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was what you would call a perfect pop song, or even these days, in the context of today's pop, that's even a pop song.
Yeah, I have a different definition of what pop is.
It's a good song.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not a pop song today. That is Perling Hiss and The Womb at OT 301 on Wednesday, the 4th of March at 8:30 p.m.
Thursday, the 5th of March. This isn't a specific thing as much as this is a thing that is happening. It's the start of National Restaurant Week.
Woohoo!
Which is a week that lasts 10 days. It's a new definition of the word week.
They use weekends as bookends.
I guess it's 10 full days, though.
Cool.
So it's even more than a week plus 2 weekends.
Explain to the people what this is.
So I think that restaurants in the Netherlands are too damned expensive.
I would agree with that, sir.
And that is actually backed up by actual fact. Restaurants in the Netherlands are about 20% above the European average in terms of price.
The rent at a restaurant table is
Too damn high. Anyway, I mean, like even the mid-range restaurants, like not even your fancy restaurants, well, you could easily spend 50 euros.
Yeah.
Before you've even started drinking.
Yeah, I used to have 3 balls. I only have 1 left because I wanted a lobster one time.
I get because the lobster clamped onto your ball.
No, it cost me a testicle.
It cost you a testicle?
Yeah. Tip was like, did you used to have 3? And I was like, no, baby. And I was like, yeah, I had lobster.
That's the extra ball for Hitler. Who only had 1 ball, as everyone knows. Could you imagine if he'd had both balls?
Oh my God.
World War II wouldn't have happened.
I think it would have. I think it would have been way worse.
You think so?
I think so.
You think, wow.
Man with 2
Imagine,
balls.
look what the man did with 1 ball.
Well, you know why? You know that Hitler didn't drink tequila, right?
No, why?
Mean drunk.
Is that true?
No, it's just an old Hitler joke.
Oh, Hitler humor. We were talking about National Restaurant Week.
We were.
We?
Yep.
Okay, so I think the restaurants are too expensive. But for the next 10 days, from the 5th to the 15th of March, you can eat a 3-course meal, even in Michelin-starred restaurants, for the price of a walk in the park. Look, there are still loads of places open, by the way. If at the time that you're listening to this, if you want to do this, you got to get reservations via their website.
That evening, Father John Misty is at the Toll House Town. Father John Misty is, of course, the alter ego of Joshua Tillman, as we all know, who rose to prominence as the drummer for the Fleet Foxes. I would suggest reading an interview with Father John before going to the show. He's kind of a weirdo artist, and although I'm sure he's sane enough, I doubt that he's totally sane. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's just kind of like picture Joaquin Phoenix in I'm Still Here, that movie. Where he went out on Letterman and he was going to be a rapper and he's just kind of like an oddball.
I actually didn't see the documentary, but I did see Joaquin Phoenix go on Letterman and do his...
Not talking.
He did his, what I guess was an art performance piece on Letterman. Actually, I saw him on Letterman recently talking about that with Letterman.
Uh-huh.
And he's still slightly bananas, even when he's not...
In that character.
In a character.
Right, sure. Yeah. Father John Misty is that kind of bananas. Just a little bit on the edge. His stuff either grabs and intrigues you entirely and you want to keep listening forever, or you just won't care. Like there's only 2 lanes on this particular highway. I love this on my headphones, but I'm not real sure about it live. But I am willing to give it a try.
Why not try?
If
you don't try, you won't know.
Exactly.
You have to try.
That's why I'm saying I'm going to go ahead and give this one a
Get
thumbs
on that
up.
bicycle without the training wheels and go. It's the only way to learn how to bike.
Push yourself down the hill.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Hollywood Forever Cemetery Sings is the name of the track we're going to listen to. That was Father John Misty. What'd you think?
I think he sounds like he's a Manson.
Yes. Yeah, he does sound like a man. It is reminiscent of. It's very astute.
Have you ever heard Charles Manson's music?
Yes, I have.
Because he was a musician, right? He was really into it. He was trying to get famous at the time that he was killing all those people.
Boy, howdy did he.
Yeah, he got famous. That's for sure. Yeah. I've actually heard his music because somebody wrote a book about him. And he was on a radio show, and so I was listening to the interview with the guy who wrote the book, and they were playing some of his music.
Yeah.
And it was dreadful. It was pretty bad.
Guns N' Roses covered one of his songs on the Spaghetti Incident.
And?
Yeah. It wasn't why I showed up. That's Father John Misty at Toll House Town.
On Friday, the 6th of March, it's time for the Shokoa Festival.
It's back.
At the Beurs van Berlage. It's back. This time it's at the Beurs van Berlage. This thing seems to move around. It sleeps around throughout the city.
They can't use the same venue because...
it stinks when they're done.
Everything's covered in chocolate.
See, chocolate smells great if you're got one chocolate bar in front of you and you open it up.
Yeah.
But if you've ever been inside like a cocoa storage warehouse...
Where do you hang out?
I had a job that got me around.
Oh, right.
In the past, right? So I went inside a cocoa warehouse once.
You know when you're hanging out in a cocoa storage warehouse?
You know how, like, when you're in like a gigantic warehouse filled with nothing but cocoa?
You know when you're swimming in cocoa with Ringo Starr?
You know how, like, that time that you took a cocoa bath and you rubbed cocoa all over your body? Not even butter, just the powder, and it got into your lungs and choked you?
Mainly between your toes. Yeah, exactly like that. Okay.
Cocoa's deadly. Actually, seriously, cocoa is actually a huge fire hazard, and you can't store it anywhere without a very good fire suppression system.
Anything that's dust is a fire hazard.
It's not just that it's just dust, it's also all pure fat. Cocoa.
Oh, right. So it burns
it is
well.
Extremely flammable.
So to you amateur bomb makers out there.
And it has happened, actually, that cocoa storage warehouses outside of Amsterdam have burned to the ground, and the fire department can't do anything because it burns super hot.
How do you think that makes firemen feel to be
so
so
impotent
powerless?
by chocolate.
So powerless. Death by chocolate.
Literally death by chocolate. Oh, my God. Anyway, I think chocolate festivals sell themselves.
Absolutely, they do.
It's like a copywriter's dream. This is the copywriter who they had on their website who was just describing it. Just kind of went to town.
All right, let's hear it.
Tasting and enjoying and discovering new flavors is key during the Shokoa Festival. Other products complementing the chocolate will be present, such as wine, coffee, tea, and craft beer. Take a journey through the cocoa chain and learn how chocolate is being made from bean to bar. Children can join, having their faces painted, create a masterpiece of art with chocolate, or listen to the stories of our storyteller.
Hold on
yes,
real
sir.
quick.
Yeah?
They're going to like have children paint their faces with chocolate?
Yeah.
You know what that's going to look like, right?
Yeah?
That's so...
Oh,
so
Nate.
Gross.
Nate, they're within the context of a chocolate festival.
I know. But maybe, yeah, okay. So gross.
2 kids, 1 cup.
The show just gets weirder and grosser as time goes on.
Shokoa is an educative, fun, and inspiring experience for the whole family.
Oh, this is still them.
This is their copy. I don't really know what to add to that copy. You pay some money, you go to this place, and they give you a lot of chocolate.
Seems to make sense. Yeah.
The Shokoa Festival, the Beurs van Berlage, Damrak 243. That's running from the 6th March to the 8th of March. Their pricing system is so complicated that I didn't even bother to copy it over.
Take money.